With week 0 upon us in college football, I'm joined here with Shane O'Mac. Shano, of course, we have college football with 4 games. Let's talk about the first one, and you can see folks on the bottom screen there, the game that's taking place in Dublin, Ireland. That's Iowa State being the away team, taking on Kansas State, the home team. Current price had opened up at +3 for Iowa State, and now it's bumped up to 3.5 there, Shano, for Iowa State, currently at -115, and that's our friends over at Bet Rivers. The over-under is you can get it over 50.5 at -110 or under 51. If you're looking at the under here, guys, courtesy of Caesar's Palace, Caesar's Sportsbook at -151. Your thoughts here for the game? That's 2 ranked teams there, Shano. Iowa State currently at ranked number 22 in the nation, taking on Kansas City at 17. Your thoughts on this one?
The game played in Dublin. We can go get some fish and chips and go sit up for it.
Have some potatoes.
Yeah. I like Iowa State plus the points here at +3.5.
Yeah.
I think Iowa State's got a better defense. I know they have a more experienced quarterback. I know that Kansas State's quarterback is still young. He's a little inexperienced. So I like Iowa State plus the points. And I wouldn't mind putting a little pizza on them straight up money line as well.
So let's go with a 1-unit play on Iowa State +3.5 at -115. The money line, if we're going to put a little pizza money on it, we'll go half a unit on that there, Shano, courtesy of our friends over at Caesar Sportsbook. Currently money line at +140.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good payday right there. I put a little money online, little pizza on that. I think it's going to be. I mean, anytime they play overseas, it seems like these games are a little like low scoring and tightly matched, right? And I think Iowa State with the better defense, I think they have a good chance of winning this game. And the 3.5, I think, is huge. They can definitely keep it within a field goal, I believe.
Sure. And this is something that we saw last year with Notre Dame's game, as you'll recall, where they took on Georgia Tech and where they got upset.
Yeah, I think like Northwestern and Nebraska played over there once.
Yeah.
Florida State played over there before.
Yeah.
They've been doing a couple games over there in Dublin.
Yeah. Oh, they take care of you over there, my friend. Let's move on to, so we're going to skip the Idaho State UNLV. The odds are right there on the bottom there, folks. It's moved down a little bit at -29.5, or excuse me, moved up a little bit at 29.5. It currently opened up at -26.5, but it moved up 3 points. So we're staying away from that game. Let's go to our next one. Of course, is Fresno State traveling to Kansas, as Kansas is the host there at -12.5. It's gone up, Shano, to a point to -13.5. But the over and under is a little interesting at 15.5 there. Your thoughts for the over and under on this one?
I think the under is at play here at 15.5.
Yep.
I don't think Fresno State's that high power of an offense. I think Kansas should win this pretty handily. So I like the under as a play for sure. Under 15.5. Kansas at -13.5. That's a lot of points. Can they win by 2 touchdowns? Yeah, but I don't know if I'm ready to risk that at all. But I think the play for this game is the under.
Under 15.5. That's going to be our 1-unit play here, courtesy of Caesar's Palace at -110. So again, we're taking in the Fresno State Kansas game under 15.5 at -110. We'll move on to, this is an interesting game there, Shano. 7 p.m., which is on Saturday, August the 23rd. Sam Houston taking on Western Kentucky. Now, this game is something where it's changed a little bit, where now Sam Houston is getting 10.5. The over and under is at 60.5. You can get under 61.5. What are your thoughts for this particular game?
I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think the over is in play for this one for sure. But I think that's a lot of points to give up to Sam Houston. I think I'm taking Sam Houston plus 10.5. That's a decent amount of points for them. I think they can easily cover that.
Yeah, Sam Houston at 10.5 on FanDuel. We're going to go 1 unit play on that. Did you want to go half unit on over 60.5?
I might do that. Yeah, half a unit on that.
Okay.
I think that's definitely in play. Yeah, 60.5. Yeah, I think let's do that.
Yeah.
Both teams are wildly different when they compare to each other, but I think it's going to be high scoring. I'm looking down at my notes here that I was writing down. Neither team's known for their defense.
Right. Right.
I think it'd definitely be a shootout. So let's do half play on the over 60.5, and then we'll do a 1 unit on Sam Houston plus the points.
Okay, so half unit on 60.5, courtesy of BetMGM at minus 110, and we talked about the plus 10.5 on FanDuel at minus 115. Let's move to our final match tomorrow, and that's going to be a 7:30 game between Stanford taking on Hawaii. Now, this has been changing. It's been going 2.5, 2.5, 2. We can get that at minus 2 here, Shano, for Hawaii, courtesy of our friend over at Bet Rivers at minus 115. Your thoughts on Stanford taking on Hawaii?
So we talked about Stanford in our ACC video, and I'm not very high on Stanford this year at all.
Right.
I think they're going to be a pretty bad team this year. They weren't great last year as well. Hawaii, they weren't great last year either. They were 3-7. But it's at Hawaii.
Right.
At the big travel there for Stanford for week 1.
Sure.
Or week 0, as they say. And I think Hawaii's going to win straight up for sure. So minus 2.5. That's nothing. They can beat them by a field goal easily. I think I'm taking Hawaii minus 2.5.
All right. Well, on these 4 games, and we're only covering 3 here, Shana, let's do a recap. The first game, of course, Idaho State taking on Kansas in Dublin. And you're taking what for that particular game?
Iowa State plus the points, and then throw a little pizza on Iowa State money line.
Fresno State, Kansas. We looked at the over and under on this one there, Shana. What do you have for this game?
I'm taking under. Taking the under on the 50.5. Taking the under.
50.5 at minus 110, courtesy of our friend over at Caesar's Palace. The next game that we covered here was Sam Houston taking on
Wichita.
Western Kentucky. Excuse me.
Western Kentucky.
Yep. And we had that Sam Houston plus 10.5. Yes.
Yes, Sam Houston plus 10.5, and I would think about taking the over. I'm not totally sold on that, but I think the over is pretty safe here. But the pick for sure is Sam Houston plus 10.5.
And our final game, of course, Stanford and Hawaii. You're taking Hawaii at minus 2, correct?
Hawaii minus 2.
All right, folks. Those are our picks for the week 0. Shano and I will be back, of course, for before Thursday's game, and apparently the Thursday games. They have us covering that, so we'll record something before then there, folks, but it starts at 5:30 in the afternoon, Shano. I mean, look at all these games real quick. You've got a total we got a total of 1, with one of them being Boise State. Ohio, Rutgers, East Carolina, North Carolina State. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games. That's crazy on a Thursday night.
That is crazy. There's a couple of games that I think that could be pretty interesting, and I can't wait to talk about them.
Yep.
But there's a couple of games on here that I definitely see that are there's going to be some blowouts as well. But I like Nebraska, Cincinnati. I think that could be an interesting game.
Yeah.
I think Rutgers, Ohio could be interesting. Even Boise State in South Florida, because it's in South Florida. That's a pretty far drive there for Boise State, traveling there for week 0.
Yeah.
So there's a few games on there that'd be interesting. But we'll do our research, get back to you guys, and have that video out before Thursday night for our best bets.
Yeah, and the one that I'm looking at, and there's a lot of points here, so we should get on that real quick, is the Buffalo traveling to Minnesota. Buffalo's getting 18.5. Again, we'll cut that video for you guys and send that out. But best of luck to everyone on week 0. Enjoy the Dublin game between Idaho State and Kansas State. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, please, and hit that thumbs up. That helps us out on our channel. We have over 535 subscribers, and we are growing within 4 months. And that's, or as we look at it, is at the non-peak months, to where we were covering hockey, we're covering WNBA, baseball, tennis. But now we're going into the meat of the the meat and bones of all this in football there, Shano. So hopefully we can get some more subscribers.
Yeah, definitely. And football is something me and you both know. As everybody knows, we're former coaches, all that stuff. So we know the game really well. So looking forward to a great football season. And this is a great appetizer to get us started for college football this upcoming weekend. So let's get going. And I can't wait for next week. Some huge games next week on week 1 for college. Huge games that we're going to talk about, too, coming up.
Yeah, very huge. Join Shano and I at Glory Days in Burke next Saturday, August the 30th. We'll be there at night covering the primetime game, the LSU game, of course. So join us for that, and we will see you next time. Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.